Hi, ELMYO Cellos. So, I hope you finished your scales lesson. Maybe today you've moved forward with this lesson. So, um, I would tell you what's going on with me, but honestly, I just recorded your scales, so it's the same day for me. Nothing new has happened. Let me tell you what we're going to do in this video. So, this video is mainly today about the orchestra, and Miss Jessica sent me a list of things that she wants to do, and so I'm going to focus on the things from Coco that I think will be helpful. So today I'm going to be taking Coco, so if you don't have Coco, go ahead and get out Coco now while I'm talking. I'm going to be taking Coco with you, and we're going to be doing the opening through measure 109. And most of this, I think you should just play along with me for a little bit, maybe listen to it once without playing, rewind it, listen to it again with playing. Honestly, however you want and however is comfortable. Sometimes you can't hear very well. So whatever works really for you. But let's start at the beginning of Coco. We have to make sure that we're really precise. But the biggest point that she made to me was that she felt that we weren't playing out enough. And that's a really good point. And I've noticed that when I'm in class with you, you feel confident when I'm with you, but when I'm not there, you're not confident. So I think this opportunity of practicing by ourselves can maybe get us there. Use more bow. Feel really confident with your rhythm. Feel that rhythm in your chest there. So let's start at the beginning. Very, very clean. Pay extra attention to your articulations. Okay, so let's be ready. Either listen or play, whichever you choose, whichever works for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Extension. Shift. So, let's just start with that, okay? In measure 2, you have to watch that extension. I played it once before I did this video, and I had to fix my extension. It wasn't quite in tune. In measure 6, look at measure 6. Notice I am using a big bow on that first note so that on my E, when I shift, I'm really powerful, and that must be happening. Listen to me once at measure 5, and then you can pause it, and you can practice this very opening line. But listen to measure 5, and watch my bow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go. So I used a big bow on the first beat of measure 6. Practice that. That really gets you set up for that that mezzo forte E in measure 6. Go ahead and pause and practice. Okay, good. So let's take on this next section. I'm going to actually start again at measure 5, and I'd like to get in to this melody. For your bow, this is all about spending and saving. Saving your bow, for instance, in measure 7. Really saving your bow, and then spending it on your slurred 8th note up bows, right there in measure 7. Okay, so either play along or listen, whichever you choose. This is measure 5, okay? 1, 2. And I think that's a good place to stop. A couple things that I really want you to notice. My rhythm in measure 6, 7, 8. The end of measure 8. Okay, we have all our 8th notes. I'm kind of stylizing it a little bit. give it a little bit more oomph. Bum, ba, ba. And I think that's really important there, as a section is going to give us just more confidence with that. The other thing is the very, excuse me, the very next measure, in measure 9, we have a dotted half note, okay? And that is where we need to sustain. Let me get into that just a little bit. 2, 3, 4. Did you feel how he sustained to the end? That is another thing you need to work there. So go ahead, take on this whole section. If you're a little unsure of how it should be, go ahead and listen again, okay? Okay, so we're in measure 13. And by the way, if you didn't, you should have paused that last section and practiced that, okay? And probably for at least 5 minutes. Some of you for 20, okay? There's always more we can do. Be picky. Okay, good. So let's take on measure 13, okay? So we're going to look at measure 13. I'm going to start on measure 13 because it's a really good place to start right there. And I'm going to play this slowly by counting out loud for you. If you are struggling with the rhythm here, as most of you are still, rewind this. Do it 7 times with me, you know, and then play it by yourselves. But get it back in your ear so you're not practicing the wrong way. This is measure 13. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. Okay, a couple things. You have to, in measure 15, you have to feel that first 8th note on the downbeat, okay? So let's do from measure 14 to measure 16 once. Just do it with me right now, okay? Get your A flat, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Just that. Okay, that's tough. You have to feel those beats in the middle. One more time at measure 14. Okay, measure 14, the A flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3. 2, 3. Okay, I would pause the video now. Practice just that. Okay? Good. So I think that's a pretty good overview of our first section. Intonation. Play it slowly. I think my tempos might have even been too fast for a lot of you, for where I'm practicing right now. Okay? Sustain your bow. All right, you guys. I'm just going to start measure 24 for you because I really want to make sure that you're feeling the 6/8 rhythm. Remember that at measure 24, we go into 6/8, and we're feeling it in triangles. We're kind of feeling it in 2, right? Each measure has 2 triangles. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that's a really important way to feel it, okay? And remember, a quarter note plus an 8th note equals a triangle, okay? A triangle has 3 sides, 3 8th notes, right? And we're in 6/8, so 3 8th notes plus 3 8th notes equals 6. Let me just start you off with this, and then I think you can practice this, and I'll give you a few bow stroke reminders. Okay, so let's get ready to practice together measure 24. You always want to count off before you start. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, just like that. All right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Triangle, 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 triangle. 1, 2, 3. Triangle, 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 triangle. Continues. Okay? measure 26. 1, 2, 3. That quarter note and eighth, it's just 1, 2, 3. Okay, so don't miscount that. All right, let's jump to measure 37. Okay, and remember, we're looking for a really high wrist when we play this, and we're getting off of the string. We're actually going to be lifting our bow off. So get a mirror, look in the mirror, see, am I doing this? Some of you, and you know who I'm talking about right now, have a hand position that looks more like this. And I'm constantly telling you to lift that up. And you know who you are, so this is the time to work on that right now. All right, let me demonstrate measure 37 for you. And then you can practice that too. You always want to count off. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1. And remember, see, I'm lifting my bow off the string. Now I practice that very slowly for you. But let me demonstrate one time what it feels like to do that very quickly. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. Triangle. 1, 2. Okay, so it's much quicker. You can actually see in my body, I'm pulsing my triangles, and it's helping me stay together. Pause the video, practice this entire section, thinking about your rhythm, your articulation, your positioning, all of that. Okay, so the last section that we're going to practice today is our section from measure 71 through 109. And this was the section that we ended off in class with. And this is a really good section to practice with me right now, because I'm going to remind you of all the absolutely ridiculous phrases and things that we learned in class to internalize these rhythms. Remember that our time signature has gone back to 3-4. When we got to measure 61, we're back in 3-4, okay? But just like when we had 6-8, sometimes, you know, we'll feel 2 triangles, but sometimes we'll feel 3 slashes, like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's a little bit the reverse of that now in our 3-4 section. Sometimes we'll actually divide our 3 quarter notes into 2 sections, so we'll actually have 2 triangles. For instance, measure 72. Okay, I'm not explaining it very successfully right now, but I have explained it very successfully in class, so I hope you remember that. Okay, so a couple notes from Miss Jessica. She said that we need a lot more sound, especially with our sustained notes. And my feeling is she's probably talking mainly about the areas like 99 and 102. But I think it's just a good thing to really think about sustaining all of this with our rhythm, just a full sound. So I think maybe the best thing to do right now is to listen to me play it once. I'm going to be playing it and speaking all of our rhythm things. Just to remind you a couple things. Remember that in measure 72, take a look with me, I'm going to say triangle, triangle, and even the next few measures. Triangle, ba, 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 da, 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 da. It's all triangles. It just feels like we're kind of in triangle, triangle. It feels a little weird. Measure 77, we had some people having trouble with that, just remembering that rhythm right there, and we started saying cherry pie, cherry pie. And along with that rhythm, we also have our lightning bow stroke, where we save, short save, save, short save. I call that my lightning bow stroke. I could probably call it my Harry Potter, because that looks a little bit more like the scarf. Anyway. So we had that. And then the other reminder that I want to give you is in measure 82. That whole section just kind of stays in half notes. So suddenly we really just feel like we're 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So that's what I love about this section, is that my rhythm just keeps shifting all the time. It mixes it up for me. So anyway, that's a lot of fun. So I think I'll start at 71 and I'll play it. Please listen. If you're already ready to play it with me, go ahead and play it with me. If not, just listen, and then we'll play it again after All right, 71. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 2, So even for me, not looking at that part, honestly, I probably should have looked at it. A couple things caught me off guard. I just forgot that we did our bowings like that. So why don't kind of regret doing that one. Actually, I think that what we should do for just a second is focus purely on 71 through 84, that rhythm there, and then we should move on to 84 to the end because we have different challenges in both. So let's focus on 71. Okay, I'm going to do this one more time for you, and I think at this point you can probably play along with me, okay? 1, 2, 3. I'm going to turn so I can actually see my music a little better. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Stop. Focus there. The triangles, but also in measure 2, 3, 4. 74. Really give that first beat an accent. It really changes the feeling of those measures and it organizes it. Let's try that one more time. 1, 2, 3. Good. Let's keep going from there, okay? We'll start at measure 75. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Triangle, shift. Half note, circle. Okay? So we have all those things that we really rhythmically need to think about and kind of say to ourselves. We have that shift right at measure 78, 79, 80. Really shift right there on that rest, okay? Go ahead and practice right now, measure 71 all the way through 84. Really, really dig in there and really feel confident with that, okay? And refer back to the video if you need any more explanation. Good. I think that about 2 more minutes here. Let's do it from measure 84. Probably to 91 is a good spot now to kind of take on. So let's set ourselves up for measure 84. We're actually in extended third position, so make sure your second finger, you can check your second finger, it should be on your A string, on your A, and your fourth finger's on your B, and you're extending back that way. So that's an extended third position. So we'll start right there. You can listen to it once, and then you can play with me. Listen first. This is measure 84. 1, 2, 3. Half note. Cherry pie, triangle. Back to first. Half note. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Shift. Place. Okay? A couple things before you try that again. In measure 92, I went to 92, but I did that on purpose. Remember, that's one of those situations where we're just shifting half a step and then we're extending. Shift, then extend. This is like, remember the end of the piece? Measure 168, half step shift, then a full extension. Okay? In that order. That will get you success. The other way, just trying to do it at the same time, will make it very sloppy, and you will just be guessing all the time. All right. So let's play 84 together, and then you can pause and practice by yourself. This is 84. I'm in my extended third position. My second finger is on A. Okay, my fourth finger on B. My first finger is extended towards about my G. 1, 2, 3. 2. Place. Okay, I went a little further than I meant to. Go ahead and pause and really practice that part, including that shift into 92, because we won't practice that again. Pause it now and practice. Okay, this is measure 92 now. So how we're going to practice is we're going to start in 92, and we are going to start in this is basically lower second position. Actually, it's more like second position, extended backwards. But yeah. So we'll start there, and remember you have your D sharp, but then we're shifting back to first position with a D sharp, and we're going back to first position. Let's play this right there together. This is measure 92. 1, 2, 3, 1. Extension. Close your hand. Shift back to it. I think you should practice that a whole lot of times. Let's do it one more time, and then you can practice it. You're in extended second position. Okay. Once you finish your extension, remember we never hold an extension. We're going to release that extension, and then you're going to shift back to first position. Okay. Start it again. Measure 92. 1, 2, 3, 1. Release it. 1. Shift. 1, 2. Shift. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay. Couple things to think about. In measure 8, 7, 6, measure 95 and 96, remember we have that big shift to fourth position, excuse me, and an up bow. So that needs to be practiced, the coordination. Your rhythm, your timing needs to be practiced. Let's practice that one more time with me, and then I'm going to call it quits, and you guys can take this on. This is a lesson video. Take it the next day and practice it more, but you don't have to listen to me. Just refer back to this if you're having trouble, okay? Let's do it one more time. Let's start right back at measure 92. See, I have my extension ready. This is 92. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, shift, 1. 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Okay, so I think that should get you there. I think it's going to sound absolutely great, but keep it up. All right, you guys, I will be back next week with another video, probably from measure 109 to the end. And then I'll find a way to get you guys some solo music, because you need to be practicing solo music too. I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope to be able to see you guys one-on-one through virtual lessons this week. Okay, bye-bye.